Good morning, everybody. Now we shall start with the session 31 from the third unit, that is kinetic theory of gases, for the third semester students in the paper Thermal Physics and Statistical Mechanics for the Gulbarga University BSc students under the CBCS scheme. So here in this unit we are going to study on the topic kinetic theory of gases and transport phenomena. Let us recap of the previous class. In the previous classes we have discussed about the thermodynamic potentials, internal energy, enthalpy, entropy and Maxwell's relations. So what we are going to learn from this session? We are going to understand the kinetic motion of gases and also its transport behavior. Then what will be the session outcome? From this session we are going to have the knowledge about the postulates in this kinetic theory of gases, and also we are going to derive for some of the velocities. So to understand this session, we should have some basic knowledge. So what are those things? The simplest kinetic model, which is based on the assumptions, and those assumptions are: the first one, the gas is composed of a large number of identical molecules moving in random directions, separated by distances that are large compared with their size. And the second assumption is the molecules undergo perfectly elastic collisions. That is, elastic collision is no energy loss. So let us understand about this session now. About the kinetic theory of gases. It is a theory. That theory is based on a simplified molecular or particle description of a gas, from which many gross properties of the gas can be derived. So there are some assumptions also. Already I have told you what is the first assumption. The gas is composed of a large number of identical molecules. They are moving in random directions and they are separated by distances, and these distances are very large compared to their sizes. Then the second assumption is the molecules undergo perfectly elastic collisions. Perfectly elastic collisions means there is no energy loss, and the collision is with each other as well as to the walls of the container, but otherwise do not interact. And the third assumption is the transfer of kinetic energy between molecules, which is in the form of heat. So these simplifying assumptions bring the characteristics of gases within the range of mathematical treatment. Such a model describes a perfect gas and is a reasonable approximation to a real gas, particularly in the limit of extreme dilution and high temperature. So based on the kinetic theory, pressure on the container walls can be quantitatively attributed to random collisions of molecules, the average energy of which depends upon the gas temperature. So the gas pressure can therefore be related directly to temperature and to density. Many other gross properties of the gas can also be derived. Such properties are viscosity, thermal conductivity, electrical conductivity, diffusion, heat capacity and mobility. So in order to explain observed deviations from perfect gas behavior, such as condensation, the assumptions must be appropriately modified. So in doing such way, considerable insight has been gained as to the nature of molecular dynamics and the interactions. So here we need to know about the postulates. There are 4 postulates. The first one is A gas consists of molecules in constant random motion. The second postulate is gas molecules influence each other only by collision. They exert no other forces on each other. The third postulate is all collisions between gas molecules are perfectly elastic. That is, all kinetic energy is conserved. There is no loss of energy. The fourth postulate is the volume actually occupied by the molecules of a gas is negligibly small. The vast majority of the volume of the gas is empty space through which the gas molecules are moving. Then the kinetic energy and the molecular speed. Gas particles are in constant motion and any object in motion has kinetic energy. Usually we represent kinetic energy by letter E and K is suffixed to that. That is, this energy is the kinetic energy. And as we all know, by the virtue of position, a body possesses the potential energy, and by the virtue of motion, body possesses the kinetic energy. And since these gas particles are in constant motion, they are going to possess the kinetic energy. So kinetic energy for an individual atom, which can be calculated by the equation E is equal to half mv square or mu square. Ek, here we have taken Ek, that is kinetic energy, which is equal to half mass, m is mass and u is a speed. So overall, the molecules in a sample of a gas share an average kinetic energy. However, individual molecules exhibit a distribution of kinetic energies because of having a distribution of speeds. As the energy is depending upon the speed, so the kinetic energies are also distributed. This distribution of speeds arises from the collisions that occur between molecules. In the gas phase, although these collisions are elastic, the individual speeds of each molecule involved in the collision may change. For example, in the collision of two molecules, so let us consider two molecules and there is a collision between these two molecules, then what happens? One molecule may be deflected at a slightly higher speed and the other at a slightly lower speed. But the average kinetic energy does not change. See, the one which is moving slowly will possess low kinetic energy and the other one which is moving at higher speed will possess the higher energy, but overall the average kinetic energy will be same. So it is conserved. This shows the variation of fraction of molecules with the molecular speed. So it is represented by a curve and we have at the peak three different velocities are there, or the three different speeds are there. U suffix mp, that is most probable velocity. Next we have uav, that is average speed, and the third one written by green, it shows the root mean square velocity. So here, when we are analyzing the diagram of this distribution of molecular speeds, there are several commonly used terms to be familiar with. What are those terms? We have seen at the peak, most probable speed, and we have seen the average speed as well as the root mean square speed. So what is this most probable speed and what is this average speed and root mean square speed? The most probable speed, which is written by u suffix mp, it is the speed of the largest number of molecules and corresponds to the peak of the distribution. See, large number of molecules, whatever the speed they possess, that speed is given by most probable speed. That is why at the peak we have the most probable speed. Then average speed. What is this average speed? It is the average means mean. Average speed is the mean speed of all gas molecules in the sample. So we have to take the average of the speed of all the gas molecules in the sample, and that gives the average speed, which is written as U suffix AV. And the third one is the root mean square speed, which is written as URMS, and it corresponds to the speed of the molecules having exactly the same kinetic energy as the average kinetic energy of the sample. So these three speeds are there. Then when examining the root mean square speed equation, we can see that the changes in temperature and molar mass, they are going to affect the speed of the gas molecules. So the speed of the molecules in a gas is proportional to the temperature and is inversely proportional to molar mass of the gas. Then we have a distribution law which is given by Maxwell-Boltzmann. Here all the air molecules do not travel at the same speed even at a single temperature. Though the temperature of the sample is same, but all the molecules are not traveling with the same speed. There is variation in the speed of the molecules, though the sample or the air is at same temperature. Now some travel very fast, some slowly, and with some other moderate speed. So like that different molecules are traveling with the different speed. Therefore it is not logical to ask what is the speed of an air molecule in a gas, as a molecule in a gas could possess any one of a large number of possible speeds. So instead of asking speed of one gas molecule, it is more scientific to ask what is the distribution of speeds in a gas at a certain temperature. Then Maxwell and Boltzmann found the answer for this question, which is known as the Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution law. The name distribution law is because of the fact that it shows how the speeds of molecules are distributed in an ideal gas. Ideal, it is actually non-real. So in this ideal gas, this Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution law shows how the speeds of the molecules are distributed. So this law provides the statistical distribution of the velocities, of the energies of the molecules of a classical gas. So there are again some of the assumptions to derive the equation. So what are those assumptions? The first assumption is the gas consists of molecules with all possible velocities from 0 to infinity. So different molecules travel with the different speed. So what is the first assumption? This gas consists of molecules. First thing is gas consists of molecules, and all the molecules are traveling with different velocities from 0 to infinity. Then second assumption, the density is assumed to be uniform in steady state. So in this steady state, density should be uniform. That is an assumption. Then third assumption is, though velocities of individual molecules keep changing, but the number of molecules having velocities in a definite range remains constant. Then we will look into the applications. The motion of a vapor gas in contact with interface surfaces is studied on the basis of kinetic theory of gases. And the second application is application of concepts from kinetic energy or kinetic theory of gases to interception problems. An application of kinetic theory to the problems of evaporation and sublimation of monoatomic gases. The kinetic theory of gases is important for clarifying the capture process of particles by the diffusion mechanism. So let us now summarize. Kinetic theory is the atomic description of gases as well as liquids and solids. It models the properties of matter in terms of continuous random motion of molecules. In a mixture of gases, each gas exerts a pressure equal to the total pressure times a fraction of the mixture that the gas makes up. The model, called the kinetic theory of gases, assumes that the molecules are very small relative to the distance between the molecules. The molecules are in constant random motion and frequently collide with each other and with the walls of the container. The higher the temperature, the greater the motion. The lower the temperature, lower the motion. So here the kinetic molecular theory states that gas particles are in constant motion and exhibit perfectly elastic collisions. Means again energy is conserved. Kinetic molecular theory can be used to explain both Charles and the Boyle's laws. The average kinetic energy of a collection of gas particles is directly proportional to absolute temperature only. Now we will have some of the questions. Question number 1. On what factor does the average kinetic energy of gas molecules depend? There are 4 options. First option is nature of the gas. Second option, temperature. Then third option, volume. And the fourth one is mass. So the answer to this question is temperature. So temperature does, on which factor does the average kinetic energy of a gas molecules depend? So the average kinetic energy of gas molecules depends upon the temperature. So the correct option for this question is B, that is temperature. Now we'll move to the second question. What is the average velocity of the molecules of an ideal gas? Option A, infinity. Option B, constant. Option C, unstable. Option D, 0. The answer to this question is 0. That is, the average velocity of the molecules of an ideal gas is 0. Hence, the correct option to this question is D, that is 0. Next, the third question. A gas behaves as an ideal gas at. So, at what conditions a gas behaves as an ideal gas? 4 options are given. First option is low pressure and high temperature. B option, low pressure and low temperature. C option, high pressure and low temperature. D option, high pressure and high temperature. So, we know that a gas behaves as an ideal gas at low pressure and high temperature. So, option A is correct for this question. The fourth question. The temperature of gas is held constant while its volume is decreased. The pressure exerted by the gas on the wall of the container increases because of its molecules. Options. Option A, strike the walls with higher velocities. Option B, strike the walls with larger force. Option C, strike the walls more frequently. Option D, are in contact with the walls for a shorter time. So the correct options is option C, that is, because of its molecules strike the walls more frequently. The fifth question. Let A and B are 2 samples of ideal gases of equal mole. Let T be the temperature of both the gas. Let EA and EB be total energy respectively. Let MA and ME are these respective molecular mass. Which of these is true? So we will see options are given. Option A, EA is greater than EB. Option B, EA is less than EB. Option C, EA is equal to EB. D, none of these. So here EA is equal to EB is correct one. So the correct option to this question is C, EA is equal to EB. And these are some of the references you can refer to understand about this session. Thank you.